Christianity has a really poor reputation, particularly for people who are seeking meaning, because what they've heard or seen from people who call themselves Christian is exclusive and demeaning and judgmental. And even looking at our building, this fortress on the corner of Franklin and Nicollet could be very intimidating for someone who isn't sure they could ever trust what they might find inside. Societal definition of who we are has never included them or invited them or been kind to them. And I think it takes a whole lot of courage to come to a new church. It's been interesting to me for people to come here and feel like Plymouth has been their opening to a new kind of relationship with God. Because suddenly all those feelings that they had that were confined because of the church they grew up in or the family structure or other circumstances, those are the longings of the heart, the spirit that have long been planted in us that we haven't found words for yet or a voice for, but we know we're just searching for some kind of recognition that the way we perceive and understand God is acceptable. I think the understanding of progressive Christianity is it meets a person where they are, with this sort of tenets of welcome and inclusion, and that God loves everyone without exception. We might find ourselves exceptional, but that doesn't mean our neighbor is not exceptional too. And that just sort of, I think, in the best circumstances, allows people to breathe and to understand, number one, their own worth, and then begin to, I think progressive Christianity is an invitation to ask questions. The question that the Board of Worship asks a lot is, how is progressive Christianity expressed in our second service, our 11 o'clock service? And those are good questions to ask. The words we use in the liturgies, the prayers, the sermons, the music, which is sort of the most challenging piece, because much of the music was written in a time where no one knew what progressive Christianity was. So we have to be careful about the messages we send, I think. And there's work there to honor that tradition while also helping it evolve into something that feels a little broader. Plymouth demands excellence, and there are some challenges around that, but it also means you are being asked to bring your best self, your authentic self, to this place. The vibrancy of the people here, the intention, which is sometimes intense, of people who are tuned in or wanting something and searching and willing to name that. The expectations, which are huge and broad and have challenged me. I'm grateful for them. At times that can be exhausting, but most of the time it has infused me with an energy that had been lacking probably in the last decade of my ministry, because expectations weren't as high. And what that looks like is, people had never commented on my prayers before. It's like people really listen here, the sermons that you preach, or the classes I've led. People are very tuned in. They're seekers, they're searching, they're expecting. And it's really a blessing to journey with folks in that place. I think there are too many who are clinging to the church of the past and unwilling to let go of the system and the structure and the mandates of the church of the last century, and it's really inhibiting the possibilities of the church of now. On the other hand, what I see is an attempt, at least in some communities, to redefine and to open the doors and to say that that is not who we are. And that Christianity has a place in the world, not the only place in which to land. The significance can be in that, through creative kind of refiguring, systemic change, new understandings, there's hope. There's hope. It's a cautious hope right now, I think. But it's places like Plymouth, and it's, certainly we're not exclusive in that regards, but the churches that are recognizing that to try to be who we were is not what we are meant to do now.